Have you ever tried to get out of bed in the morning and your legs simply refuse to move? No pain, no warning, just weakness. Every hour, 190 seniors are hospitalized due to falls, many caused not by accidents, but by something far more silent: muscle loss. It's called sarcopenia, the silent thief of your strength. And by the time you're done watching this video, another 30 people will lose their ability to walk independently. What if that didn't have to happen to you? Most people over 60 don't even realize it's happening. You look healthy, you feel fine, but inside, your body may already be breaking down up to 8% of your muscle mass every single year. No medication can stop it. No exercise can reverse it unless you know the missing piece. And that's what we're about to reveal. Because this silent epidemic is not only stealing independence, but also crippling balance, increasing your risk of falls, fractures, and nursing home admission. The worst part? Most doctors aren't warning you. Today, you'll discover 10 science-backed foods that can help you rebuild and protect your muscles no matter your age. Number 1 on this list, it outperformed prescription medications in clinical trials, yet it's not in most kitchens, and 91% of seniors have never even heard of it. Which one is it? You'll want to stay until the end. According to Harvard Medical School, sarcopenia begins in your 50s and accelerates after age 60, reducing your body's ability to respond to protein, even if you eat well. This is known as anabolic resistance. It's why older adults lose muscle even when following all the right habits. But certain bioactive compounds found only in specific natural foods have been shown to overcome this resistance and stimulate new muscle growth, even in people over 80. So if you care about staying strong, balanced, and independent well into your 70s and 80s, keep watching. And before we begin, tell us, where are you watching from today? Type your country below. We love seeing how far this health movement is reaching. And if even one of these foods surprises you, give this video a like. Let's grow stronger together, starting now. Why is this happening? Modern lifestyles lead to chronic inflammation, poor protein absorption, and hormonal decline, especially testosterone and growth hormone. Processed foods, lack of movement, and years of slow nutrient depletion all combine to starve your muscles silently. Add in common conditions like type 2 diabetes or vitamin D deficiency, and your muscle mass vanishes faster than you realize. But the good news? With the right foods rich in leucine, omega-3s, vitamin D, and anti-inflammatory compounds, you can reverse the spiral. And the journey starts now with number 10 to 9. Greek yogurt and fatty fish. You may think you're eating correctly. A yogurt cup a day, a few bites of canned salmon each week. But if you're over 60, here's a shocking truth. Over 70% of older adults are relying on the wrong kind of protein, and it's silently causing their muscles to vanish day by day, even if they feel fine on the outside. After age 60, your body no longer processes protein the same way it used to in your 30s or 40s. Muscles begin to enter a state of anabolic resistance, a type of muscle deafness, where the body no longer responds properly to muscle-building signals. And the result? You eat well, but your strength fades, your muscles shrink, and your legs still tremble when you stand up. Researchers at Harvard have named this phenomenon silent anabolic resistance, and it's slowing down your muscle recovery, increasing the risk of balance loss, falls, and long-term dependence. But here's the good news. You don't need medication or an extreme diet to break through this barrier. You just need the right kind of protein at the right time. The first game changer is plain Greek yogurt, no added sugar, no fruity flavors. It contains nearly twice the protein of regular yogurt and includes casein, a slow-digesting protein that steadily feeds your muscles for 7 to 8 hours. When consumed before bed, it acts as an overnight muscle guardian, preventing muscle breakdown during the fasting hours of sleep when your body typically turns to muscle tissue for energy. One study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that just 6 ounces of plain Greek yogurt before bed over 12 weeks led to significant improvements in seniors' ability to rise from chairs, walk independently, and maintain better balance. Even more impressive, this effect only appeared with unsweetened, full-fat yogurt, not with flavored, sugar-laden versions that fill grocery shelves. If Greek yogurt is the night guard, then fatty fish is your daytime ally. Salmon, mackerel, sardines. These are loaded with complete protein and, most importantly, EPA and DHA, the omega-3 fatty acids that not only reduce inflammation, but also make your muscles more sensitive to protein. In simple terms, with omega-3s present, your body can absorb and use protein far more effectively. A 3-year study tracking 200 seniors in the U.S. found that those who ate fatty fish at least twice per week had 27% less muscle loss and 34% fewer falls compared to those who rarely ate fish. The benefit was especially strong for those who ate wild-caught fish rather than farm-raised options. Now you might be thinking, but I already eat yogurt and fish. Let me ask, is your yogurt flavored and sweet? Is your salmon canned with added oil or salt? If so, then you're likely slowing down your muscle recovery instead of supporting it. The problem isn't your effort, it's that you haven't been guided correctly. And this is only the beginning. Because food 7 on this list, a food that most people overlook, contains a natural compound that can stimulate muscle growth even faster than whey protein. So don't look away. Every second you stay is a second your body is being handed back the strength it deserves. Number 8 to 7. Eggs and mixed nuts. There's something oddly reassuring about holding a simple egg in your hand. It's familiar, inexpensive, ordinary. But for older adults, what seems simple might be one of the most misunderstood and most powerful muscle-preserving tools hiding in plain sight. And it's not just the egg whites. For decades, we were told to avoid the yolk. Too much cholesterol, too much fat, too risky. But research from the University of Illinois has upended that fear, showing that whole eggs, not just whites, result in 40% greater muscle-building activity after exercise. The reason? A compound most seniors have never heard of: leucine. Leucine is a powerful amino acid that directly activates muscle protein synthesis, even in aging muscle cells that no longer respond well to protein alone. And guess what? Almost half of the leucine is in the yolk. If you're skipping yolks, you're not just tossing cholesterol, you're tossing strength, stability, and independence. So how do you use this information? Start simple. 1 or 2 whole eggs per day, ideally in the morning, when your protein intake is typically the lowest. Hard-boiled, scrambled, poached, it doesn't matter. What matters is consistency. Because the more often you deliver leucine-rich foods to your muscles, the more likely they are to wake up from their resistance and begin rebuilding. But here's a question. What if I told you that one of the most popular senior snacks in America is also quietly draining your strength unless you eat it the right way? Nuts and seeds. Yes, they're often marketed as heart-healthy, brain-boosting, and full of good fats. But what you haven't been told is this: the real muscle-preserving magic only happens when you eat a variety and in proper amounts. A handful of almonds gives you magnesium, a mineral most seniors are deficient in. Without enough magnesium, your muscles can't contract properly. They fatigue faster. They cramp more often. Walnuts deliver alpha-linolenic acid, a plant-based omega-3 that cools inflammation and makes your body more responsive to protein. And pumpkin seeds. They're loaded with zinc, which helps your body maintain testosterone, the hormone that powers strength, even after 60 bad. But here's the catch. Most people either eat too little or too much. Just 1-2 ounces per day is enough to deliver powerful results. More than that, you risk excess calories and strain. Less than that, you miss the threshold needed to activate hormonal and muscle responses. It's not just about what you eat, but how much and how often. Now imagine this. It's mid-afternoon. You're at the local community volunteer event, passing out snack bags. You see apples, crackers, maybe a few granola bars. But no eggs, no nuts, nothing your muscles can truly use. This is the silent crisis of senior nutrition in America. The right foods are within reach, but they're not reaching the people who need them most. So let's recap. Whole eggs plus mixed nuts, guide natural, affordable, and science-backed duo that can unlock strength if you break free from outdated myths. And what's next might surprise you even more. The food coming up in our countdown is rich in resistant starch, a nutrient that doesn't just feed your muscles, it feeds your gut. And your gut, it holds the key to something bigger than muscle alone. Stay with me. Number 6 to 5. Beans and leafy greens. You've probably heard that fiber is good for digestion. But what if I told you that the right kind of fiber found in common foods like black beans, lentils, and spinach might actually protect your muscles, not just your gut? That's right. New research from Tufts University has uncovered a fascinating connection. Your gut bacteria directly influence how well your body preserves muscle as you age. This means what's growing inside your digestive tract may be determining whether your legs stay strong or slowly give way. Let's start with beans. When cooked, they provide not just 15 grams of plant protein per cup, but also something called resistant starch. This is a special type of fiber that feeds the healthy bacteria in your colon. When those bacteria thrive, they reduce inflammation and improve your body's ability to absorb minerals like magnesium and iron, two nutrients essential for muscle contraction and energy production. Without them, muscles weaken faster. Recovery slows down. Strength disappears. Now, here's the twist. While many seniors avoid beans due to digestive discomfort, that very avoidance may be contributing to accelerated muscle loss. The solution: start small. Soak dried beans. Rinse canned ones. Let your gut adjust. Because the benefits: stronger legs, steadier balance, and improved stamina is worth it. And what about leafy greens? Spinach, kale, Swiss chard. These aren't just for heart health. They contain nitrates, which your body converts into nitric oxides. That improves blood flow to your muscles, delivering more oxygen and nutrients right where they're needed most. For older adults, where circulation naturally declines, this is like opening a traffic jam in your bloodstream, giving your muscles the fuel to grow, repair, and move. One study from the Karolinska Institute showed that seniors who consumed high-nitrate greens daily experienced notable improvements in leg strength and walking speed without changing anything else in their diet. So if you've been skipping beans or greens out of habit, it might be time to reconsider. These aren't side dishes. They're silent muscle defenders. And the next food on our list, it doesn't build muscle through protein or fiber. It protects it by reducing something far more dangerous: oxidative damage. Stay with me. Number 4 to 3. Olive oil and berries. Most people don't think of cooking oil when it comes to muscle strength. But for older adults, extra virgin olive oil could be the silent protector that keeps your body from breaking down, not by building new muscle, but by preserving the strength you still have. Inside this golden liquid is a powerful compound called oleocanthal, a natural anti-inflammatory that works similarly to ibuprofen, but without the harsh side effects. After age 60, chronic low-grade inflammation becomes the one enemy of your muscles, blocking protein absorption and suppressing key hormones like testosterone and growth hormone, both essential for muscle repair and preservation. And olive oil goes one step further. It improves insulin sensitivity. That means your body can actually deliver protein to your muscles instead of storing it as fat. This is one reason why the Mediterranean diet rich in olive oil is associated with strength, mobility, and longevity in seniors across Europe. In fact, a 5-year study from the Pyridime Project in Spain found that seniors who consumed olive oil daily had significantly stronger muscles, better balance, and a 35% lower rate of frailty compared to those on low-fat diets. And it only takes 2 to 3 tablespoons a day drizzled on salads, mixed into cooked vegetables or added after cooking. Now, let's talk about berries. They may look small, but they're doing big things at the cellular level. Blueberries, strawberries, blackberries, they're rich in anthocyanins and polyphenols, natural compounds that protect your muscles from oxidative stress, the silent damage that breaks down cell membranes and drains your muscle energy. As you age, your muscle cells, especially their mitochondria, become more vulnerable to this type of damage. But studies at Tufts University show that seniors who consumed berries daily recovered faster, had less post-exercise soreness, and improved endurance, even without changing their exercise routine. And here's a bonus: frozen berries are just as nutritious as fresh ones, but more budget-friendly and convenient. Toss them in yogurt, mix them with oatmeal, or enjoy them on their own any way you eat them. They'll quietly support your strength from the inside out. Just one spoonful of oil, one handful of berries, two small choices, but they're quietly extending your strength every day. And what's next? A food that many older adults avoid out of fear. But what if it actually contains a natural amino acid that stimulates muscle growth more effectively than popular supplements? Stick around. This is where science gets personal. Number 2, lean meat and creatine. It's easy to assume that red meat is something you should avoid as you age. For years, it's been painted as a health villain: too fatty, too risky, too outdated. But what if I told you that for older adults, lean red meat used correctly is one of the most overlooked tools for rebuilding muscle and restoring physical power? Let's break the myth. A single 4-ounce serving of lean beef contains 25 grams of complete protein and high levels of leucine, the amino acid that directly switches on muscle-building processes. After 60, your body's response to protein becomes weaker. That's why older adults need more leucine per meal to trigger the same muscle-building response they used to get effortlessly. But that's not all. Beef provides something younger bodies can make, but aging bodies can't: creatine. This natural compound fuels your muscle cells, enhances strength output, and supports recovery. As we age, our ability to synthesize creatine declines, making dietary sources more essential than ever. And there's another advantage. Beef is also rich in bioavailable iron, zinc, and B vitamins, nutrients critical for transporting oxygen to your muscles and converting food into usable energy. Without them, fatigue hits faster. Muscles tire out sooner. And that feeling of weak for no reason. Often, it's not a lack of effort, it's a lack of internal fuel. But here's the catch: not all meat is equal. Choose lean cuts: sirloin, tenderloin. I have round and limit portions to 2-3 servings per week. When possible, go for grass-fed beef, which offers a healthier fat profile and higher omega-3 content. It's not about eating more. It's about eating smarter. Now picture this. You're at a retiree strength training class, trying resistance bands for the first time. You're focused, you're consistent, but the results feel slow. Here's what many people don't realize. You can't out-train a nutritional gap. Without enough leucine and creatine, your body simply doesn't have the raw materials to build anything. So the next time you look at a lean steak, don't see it as a luxury. See it as a recovery tool, one that supports your independence, confidence, and physical vitality. Because the final food in our countdown, it's not from the butcher, it's from the blender. And it might be the single most effective way to turn back the clock on muscle loss faster than any other food on this list. Number 1, whey protein. If there's one food that deserves the title muscle saver, it's this. Whey protein isn't a trendy supplement. It's not just for athletes. It's a clinically validated solution, a concentrated, natural form of protein that can reverse muscle loss, even in people well into their 70s and 80s. What makes whey so powerful? 3 things. First, it contains more leucine per serving than any other food, the amino acid responsible for switching muscle building into go mode. Second, it's absorbed faster than any other protein, creating a quick spike in amino acids that older muscles need to overcome anabolic resistance. Third, it works even if you don't exercise. Yes, you read that right. A landmark study from McMaster University found that seniors who took whey daily gained 40% more muscle than those who got the same amount of protein from regular food. And those who paired whey with light resistance training, their strength and balance improved dramatically, far beyond expectation. Why does this matter? Because for many older adults, exercise alone isn't enough. If your muscles aren't receiving the signal to grow and the fuel to respond, you're just going through the motions. Whey sends both the signal and the fuel. But here's the key: not all whey is equal. Look for minimally processed whey isolate or concentrate with no added sugar or artificial ingredients. If dairy sensitivity is a concern, hydrolyzed whey may be easier to digest. And timing matters. The sweet spot, 20 to 30 grams of whey protein within 30 minutes of physical activity. If you don't exercise, make it part of your breakfast. Blend it into a smoothie with berries, spinach, and olive oil, a powerhouse combination you have already seen in this countdown. Now imagine this, you're sitting in your local senior center, watching others struggle with balance or mobility. You remember how that used to feel? But now, you stand tall, you rise from chairs with ease, and all you did was make one small change, adding whey to your daily routine. Because aging doesn't mean giving up strength, it means getting smarter about how you build it back. And this is the food that makes everything else in this video work harder, faster, and longer. Let's pause for a moment, not to look back at the list, but to look inward. Because if you've made it this far, it means one thing. You care. You care about staying on your feet, about moving with strength, not fear, about choosing independence over dependence, about living not just longer, but better. Throughout this journey, we didn't talk about magic pills or miracle cures. We talked about real foods, simple, natural choices that your body still listens to even now, even after the muscle loss, even after the falls, even after the doubts. Maybe no one ever told you that muscle loss was reversible. Maybe some doctor once told you it's just age. But now you know better. You've learned that a spoonful of yogurt before bed can protect your strength, that an egg yolk is not your enemy, that a handful of walnuts is more powerful than it looks, that your gut and your legs speak the same language, that one protein whey can turn the tide completely. And more than anything, you've learned that it's never too late to take control back. So what now? Take action. Start with just one change from this list. Tell us in the comments, which food surprised you the most? Which one will you start using this week? Type 1 if you're ready to protect your strength. Type 2 if someone you love needs to see this. And if you've already tried one of these and felt the difference, share your story. Because there's someone out there, your age, right now, scrolling, who needs to hear it. And don't forget to like this video if it gave you hope. Hit subscribe if you want more real solutions, not just fear and filler. Because this channel isn't just about health. It's about giving you back ownership over your body. And finally, if you think this was powerful, wait until you see our next video. 4 common morning habits that are secretly stealing your muscle and energy. You won't believe number 3.